I understand this is a referral to the planning board, so I do get your point about not getting into the specifics of the details, so I'll try my best to stick to that. But I do have some concerns on this process and some of these specific chapters that are being amended. So some of the items within this agenda item. It does feel like you're really flooding the zone here in terms of packing this with so much that it's impossible to respond to all of them. For all of us, and definitely for the planning board as well, to be able to respond to this in any sort of timely manner, in any thorough manner. I do want to hone in on chapter 1100, bulk zoning. And I bring that up because it's being completely removed, like completely deleted from the ordinances. So this isn't really an amendment, it's just a removal of all of the definitions and the purpose of that section totally. Typically, at least from my experience, a town council would direct the planning board and staff to work on an issue that they have an interest in. So if you want to rethink maybe how bulk zoning, how the floor area ratio works, how short-term rentals work, site coverage, if you want to kind of get some new direction or rethink that, you would really assign that or refer that to the planning board where they work through it and they send you recommendations. What we see here is you telling them exactly what you want, which is to just remove it. I mean, how do you even send a recommendation back if you're the planning board? You would respond, no, I disagree, because you've removed everything. So this council does, when we discuss this item and you guys talk about it, you don't have to send all of these items to planning. I think that would be pretty extreme to do that. None of I would say the majority of what's in this item does nothing to improve the affordable housing crisis that we have in town. In fact, I would say it probably would do the opposite. Again, I won't get into the specifics. Bulk zoning, removing bulk zoning would clearly do that because you now go back to the situation that we had prior to 2022 where you could build really extremely large houses, 8 and 9 bedroom houses in R10 and R20 zones by right without getting a variance. So if that's removed, which is being proposed here, we go right back to the issues that we had before bulk zoning was implemented, which was the ability for people to do that, to build dormitory style housing in small neighborhoods. And there's nothing the town could do to stop that because it's by right, they have that right to do that. Bulk zoning stopped that. So again, unless the council knows exactly what's being asked in these amendments, I do think you should consider either continuing this or removing some of these items before you refer it, or rewriting this to ask the planning board for them to put together something to send to you, as opposed to you dictating to them exactly what you want, which is what it looks like here. So again, we'll talk more about it, I guess, if it goes through, or in a future date when this is brought back to the council, but those are my thoughts on it. Last thing I do want to say is that specific to bulk zoning, floor area ratio, that is a ordinance change or amendment that had majority support from the last 3 town councils. So it wasn't like something that a specific council pushed. It started with the 2018-2020 council, then 2020-22 passed these amendments, and then the last council did nothing to reverse them because they had majority support for this in concept as well. So it has gone through 3 councils. It existed as was, and this is really a quick kind of a fast change if this council was to remove it. So thank you.